Want to start?
That's okay. There's enough there for a little
Yeah,
bit.
I haven't. Okay, I didn't double click. Good. I have not had much, as you see. We are most likely live.
Most likely.
Most likely.
Okay, good morning. Goeiemorgen from a very wet and windy Sunset, Texas.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Good morning, Jody.
We'll see. Morning, Jody. We'll see how the stream goes. The data is touch
Spotty
and
at
go.
best.
Yes, touch and go. We almost didn't stream because the data is pretty bad. The weather is rough this morning. It was actually okay, then it just popped up. So just check that we are.
Yeah, I don't know if we are.
Check that we are actually alive. Is it alive?
Yes, we are.
Okay. All right. That's a little hard because we don't know. We don't know. It's, until we see, we don't know. But anyway, so there's been a massive storm, a little bit of thunder in the background there now.
Thunderbolts and lightning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty rough storm this morning, which is okay. It's not too bad. It's just it affects our data. Whenever it's this bad, it affects our data, which makes it hard to stream because we just can't get the signal out. But anyway, so we thought because we've had again another few online discussions, and it's around people buying online and buying local, and then talking about the cost, etc. And we mentioned to Jody the other day about the ice box and stuff like that. If you want to send frozen stuff around,
Yes.
So there are obviously implications, between online and local. Now, we are big fans of local because you try and stimulate the economy in your local area. So, we have some customers we trade. Well, I guess customers we trade eggs for.
Yeah.
So we do some bartering a little bit, which I like very much.
Yes.
Because bartering is beneficial to everyone.
Yes.
Everybody.
We both win.
Yes.
We both
Everybody wins when you barter. So I like bartering, and we do value for value, exchanges and things like that. Obviously, we barter for our own personal consumption. We can't barter for retail. That's not legal. No. Because the government wants their little fingers and everything.
Unfortunately, the lovely farm eggs, in which I can even get my hands on, I couldn't sell if I wanted to.
No, exactly. So, there's certain things that are excluded. It's normally animal products.
Yes.
Eggs, meat, milk, cheese, stuff like that.
That's why you'll see individuals talking about their products, but not a place with multiple individual products in them.
Yes. So someone can open a dairy basically and sell their own raw milk and cheese and stuff like that, but they can't sell to me to retail.
No.
And I can't sell some of my stuff to people to retail. It's got to be direct to consumer.
Direct to consumer. I want to say it has to be on their land too. Yes. I think it's particular as to where it can be. It's got to be in their space.
Yes, that is very possible. So there are some restrictions, which makes that just local then, because you can't really. Now, what I have heard some people do is drop-off points or something.
Yes, pickups, drop-offs.
So there's a drop-off somewhere, and a bunch of people in the area will order something, and they'll use a spot, whatever it is. Someone will take everything there, and they'll just collect what they've ordered. And I know there are some clubs that work on a similar principle. But anyway, what we wanted to talk about was the online versus local costing and stuff like that. Now, if you buy stuff locally, of course, you have to get in your vehicle, drive to the shop, and you have to go get it, and then you have to drive home, and the stuff's in your car, and you've got to, fight the traffic and do stuff like that. So that's, but generally starvation will motivate you to go to the store and buy food, because if you're not going to eat, it gets uncomfortable.
Bitch Mobile, what do you think?
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. So you need to go buy stuff so you can eat. So you need to go buy food and meat and whatever you eat. You have to go buy that somewhere. Someone's got it, so you got to go buy it. And I mean, now there's a lot of I guess, apps and stuff that'll deliver in your area. The bigger
the amount of people who like it's like down the street, but yet they're how do I get it to me in 20 minutes before they close?
Yes.
You know, it's like a 5-minute drive.
Yes.
For everything.
But there's so the bigger stores, obviously, I'm not exactly sure how they, I mean, because there's margins and there's money that pay for these things. If I buy a bunch of groceries, wholesale, and I have to resell them, there's a margin, and unless I mark it up quite a bit, the margin doesn't take care of delivery services.
No.
So I suspect that there's a lot of subsidies involved and a lot of our hard-earned money that gets funneled into taxation is used for some of these things, and it makes it very hard for small guys like us to compete anywhere. But anyway, so let's just say you don't support the big stores. You buy from small businesses. Just 90% of your stuff, small businesses. So they won't have the capacity to deliver to your house. So you have to drive there. So whatever you get from them, be it raw milk, be it fresh fruit or veg or whatever it is you buy from them, cake. You have to drive, go get it, and drive back. So that is an hour, going there, parking, getting the stuff, going back to your house, say an hour. So that's a $20-$30 expense.
Mm-hmm.
But because you don't pay yourself, you don't think of it in that term, and because it's part of your kind of process of living, you have to go buy stuff somewhere. People don't assign value to the task.
Yes.
The same as, me having to charge you $7 or $8 for shipping plus $10 for a cold box, for example, to keep things frozen for 2 days, $7 to $10 shipping or whatever. So $20 to $30, same kind of value. But for someone to, for me to put it in the box with ice packs and to get it to your house. Obviously, if you can keep the money in the local economy, that's good for everybody local, because you want local small businesses to survive, as difficult as that is, but there are products like, we do the biltong, which is not a product that's just, you just don't walk into a store and buy it. It's just not a thing. So unless you walk into our store and buy it,
you will find it here.
Yes, but there are very few stores where you can actually just walk in and buy it. It is not plentiful like you would find, for example, donuts or potato chips or jerky sticks, or anything else that's full of chemicals, because that's how people live nowadays. And I was just watching something from Alison Morrow, and I think she's on today too again.
She is, yes.
So we'll try and catch that stream today. But I was watching something from her, and she says, you can go into a grocery store and there's packaged food, and you have no idea the origin. You have no idea where it's from. You have no idea what's in it, because half the time they leave some of the ingredients out. You don't even know. But if you know me and I raise a cow from scratch, and you know exactly how it was fed, you know exactly how it was treated, and I cannot sell you the meat. Like you cannot retail that meat. It's a pity that the food supply has gotten so overregulated that people cannot decide for themselves what they want to and don't want to eat.
And even Diva Dog Mom knows this, as somebody who eats very high protein. Finding quality, clean protein is not an easy task. I remember you and I had that conversation before. It's not an easy task. Don Darkstar 88, welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. So I mean, we are all for supporting local small businesses, and then what you can't get local and small, get online small if possible. The problem is there's the Amazon of the world, and you are doomed to have to work with the Amazon of the world, because that is just
where this whole discussion started. Can I kind of rewind a little bit for
rewind
us?
A little bit.
So of course, where we have
there's a few more people in now, so now we can do the explanation.
Where we have found ourselves is not so easy to throw a stone and find a shop, which I'm not upset about. I like that there's space between us and other people and traffic and things like that. But Antoine was looking at our equipment and planning ahead and thinking, okay, I want to spend a day and I want to go ahead and check the oil on everything, make sure it's all running correctly. Because commercial equipment, I think everything has an oil.
Yeah, all of it
Everything
runs
on
oil.
something, somewhere. It's got to be greased, it's got to be maintained. You just want to look after this stuff. I mean, it's not small or cheap. So he was mentioning, I need to go do this. And he's thinking about it. He's like, well, I could order it from here, or I bet you this place over here most likely has it. I said, yeah, they probably do, because we are in a community with a bunch of farmers. One thing we've learned about farmers got a lot of equipment.
Yes.
Is that an understatement?
They got all
kinds of different things. Same type of concept, though. Everything runs on oil. Everything needs to be taken care of. So the farm stores in our small town, we've been informed that Bowie is a small town.
Yes.
Which made us chuckle, because to us, Bowie is a very big town. When we go from our 600 some odd people to their 10,000 people, it seems a little like a big town. But they do offer some different farm stores where we can get those types of things. So to us, it makes more sense. We'll just go there rather than ordering online, because it's probably going to be faster and better. I'm not going to lie. The people who are working in the stores are so helpful.
Yes, the people are very nice, and the stores are clean and well kept. Well kept. Yes. They don't always have all the stock, but what they have is tidy, and the stores are. I find the stores here much better. The same brand stores much better than the ones in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Like, honestly, the people it's like they take a little bit more pride in their job. Yeah, I really like it.
But I can have questions answered.
Yes, and they're very helpful.
Is so weird. I remember asking. I had 3 different cans of paint. They were all the same concept. I'm like, okay, which one would be better for value kind of thing, more trusted brand? And they literally pulled up smart, obviously, apps and whatnot, but they pulled it up and were able to compare all 3 on the spot. Which I couldn't do just looking at the cans themselves. I could probably have pulled it up, probably gone AI, probably, that kind of thing. But no, they just pulled up their app, helped me through it, helped us decide what to use. I know you still don't like the paint. It's not the best.
Yes. I'm gonna get some other paint. This paint doesn't want to dry, man. It's like 3 days and it's still.
No, it's humid out here, which doesn't help us. Maybe summertime it will dry.
No, but I think the mistake I made with the paint was I normally do oil based.
Yes.
For metal, but there's a water based one that's very good, and I've used it and I was doubtful. I was like, nah, I don't know if this stuff's gonna work. So I tried it and it's really good, and I should have gone with that.
Yes.
But the place didn't have that one. So I'm like, all right, I'll use this one because it looks good.
Yes.
It's not the water-based one is much better. So I just need to go and get it. I need to drive when I go to the other city.
The other big city.
Yes. Then I can go get it there at one of the bigger hardware stores. The small one, doesn't stock that brand.
No, but that's where the conversation started. Is it worth it to order online or to just take the time and go to the store?
So if I order online, it's going to take a couple of days to get here, which is fine. I don't have to do it today, but I don't. It's very hard to sit and read and make sure that what I need is really what is online available.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta unless it's the exact what is there's a brand of vacuum pump and it's not Robin Hair, it's something else, and 3 of my machines have that in it, so I try and get the approved. Sorry, that's my kid yelling because he's.
They can't go outside. It's raining, and he's learned this new yelling trick.
Yes, he's learned the new yelling trick, so he just yells at everything. But there's a specific brand of oil that they recommend us. This is their approved, like OE, original equipment manufacturing oil, and I like to buy that oil, and it's not very expensive, and it's very good. And I can't remember what it is because I used my last can and then I threw the can away, and I'm like, what was the? Yes, I know. Well, the thing is, it's hard to get in. So what I do is I pour the oil into like a squirt bottle, and then you can put it down the side channel in the squirt bottle so you don't make a mess. And I fill the squirt bottle and toss the the other bottle, and then I'm like, well, I got oil, but I don't know what it's called. So yeah, this is where we are now. And we also moved, so I might have a bottle, but it's somewhere in a box.
Lots of things are somewhere in a box.
It's a problem. So, well, that was the one thing, and then almost as if Murphy was having a chat with us. We had the guy that complained about the cost of the sausages.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So why don't you make us some coffee?
Hang on. And say hello. No, we already said hello to Don Darks.
Yes,
Don Darkstar. But I'm assuming he, probably wrong assumption, but whatever. I hate when I buy groceries. It costs more money to buy something with 5 ingredients than it does for 15 or 20.
Yes. But it's because the 15 or 20 are mass produced in a huge factory that's probably in China.
Can I share my little blurb and then I'll make the coffee?
Sure.
So yesterday I was trolling for a second, sitting down after I think we packed a bunch of biltong or something, and I ran across a post, and maybe it was Friday, I can't remember. It hurt to read it. There was somebody who was bragging about how you can save so much money if you would just download the app from one of these big box stores and then just use it to get all of these big box products. You save more money than you actually spend on chips and granola bars and cereal. And I can't remember what else I showed you in the picture, but I'm like, that is all. Like, all of that is trash.
There's no food.
Literally trash. And I thought to myself, we are still that captivated by these big box brands and their beautiful colors. Obviously, none of that is food. That is feed. That is feed. It is MSG filled. It is 100% not going to sustain or satisfy anybody, because all you'll want is more. To no end, and your belt line will tell you so. That drives me crazy. Hey, Polish dog. Good morning.
Good morning. I was telling Nicole, we were looking at some packaging, and I looked at our biltong packaging versus some other brands, and it just struck me that we are the only ones that don't look like candy. Our bags don't look like candy bags because we are not candy. We are biltong. Meat.
I mean, this is the closest I get to candy. It's very nice honey, by the way.
Very nice honey. But all of these guys use bright colors, and it all looks like candy bars. Let me see if I can. I was just looking at it. Let me see. I was actually under spices.
I'll top mine off while I'm at it.
That looks like candy.
It's naked. What are you talking about?
Naked candy.
Naked candy. No, they do. They resemble candy.
Here's the other one. All purpley, beautiful candy. I just find it interesting that's our bags are the black bags with a cow on it.
Hey, I got a bison and I got a hog. I like my hog bag.
Yes, I also like the hog bag. It's pretty nice. So where I was, someone, the pork bangers we showed you guys yesterday. It's like $18 for a pack. It's like $12.49.
Pound and a half, pound or more.
Yeah, more. It's $12.49 a pound. That's like $18. It's got 4 links in it that they like proper, sausages. So someone said that's way too expensive. It's like $10 a sausage. I'm like, well, $10 would make it 40. That's 18. So I don't understand the math. Oh, we got a terrorist. So I'm like, so I do the math and I'm like, no, that doesn't make sense. So I said, no, it's $4.50 a sausage, not 10, because it's only $18. So he said, yeah, but you forget the shipping, taxes, or the shipping and the taxes. So I said, okay, sure. I said, but there are no taxes on meat, on fresh, like proper produced meat. Firstly, and then secondly, come, don't be a nonsense. The ice box is $10. So if you put 4 packs in it, which is what the small one will take, hey, don't make a yak. We are busy.
I'm going to take you away.
I'm going to take you away if you start making noise. Okay, then don't make a noise.
Don't make noise.
If you put 4 packs in the small box, which is what it'll take, So the smaller box will take 4. Then if it's 4 sausages in 4 packs with a $10 box and free shipping at $65, it's only like $5.20 a sausage. But you got to buy 4 packs.
You got to fill your box.
Because you got to fill the box, because the box costs what it costs, no matter what's in there. If you put 1 sausage in there, or if you put 16 in it, still same price. So you have to shop smart when you shop online to make sure that you get the best deal for your money, especially if it's stuff you can't find elsewhere.
That's one thing we encounter a lot is we'll help with our customers' orders. It's one of those things people may or may not know online. That there are box requirements or expediting shipping, this and that.
Yeah, we only charge for the frozen boxes with ice packs because those things cost extra money.
Yes, but it's a necessary evil to ship, of course, frozen items. We've learned through trial and error numerous times. Even if a customer tells you no, go ahead. If something happens, inevitably, I mean, we are normally to blame on that, regardless of the customer saying do it.
This is the problem is, even in Texas where it's next day, we still want the ice box. You're going to bump that thing off there. We still want the ice box because if there's a delay, the ice box will keep it frozen for 2 days easily. But if it's not in the ice box, it'll thaw out.
It will for sure thaw out. It will 100% thaw out.
And it'll thaw out over 1 day.
Yeah, it's warm.
But over 2 days, it'll spoil. Where with the ice box, it won't spoil.
Okay, I'm going to take him away.
Yes, you have to go.
Yeah, oh, yes.
You have to go.
Oh, yes. I'm going to turn off my mic so you guys don't have to hear yelling.
Okay, bye.
Screaming. Bye. Say bye. Bye. Wave to everybody.
Say bye, everybody. Oh, so when I say everybody, then he starts with a family. Then he says, okay, bye. Sissy. Sissy is Afrikaans for sister, and he says bye brother, and bye Trinity, bye mom, bye dad. So everybody is all of us, not you guys. You guys are not included in any conversation in his mind yet. That's funny. So anyway, when you drive to the store, obviously you want to try and get everything you can to make sure you don't waste your trip, and the same should apply for online. It's just we've become very spoiled with Amazon because you can, pick a bunch of different stuff, and I mean, I can, as long as it's I think $30 or something. Yeah. I actually think with us, like we can order anything.
It's anything, but I mean, a lot of the larger guys, it is that it's $30, $50, pretty low, and you still have it no matter what.
Yes, but the thing with Amazon is they come around regardless.
Yes.
So they've got drivers that go out that do delivery. So ours is done by the post office, and unless it's big stuff, then it'll be like one of the carriers. But it's not Amazon themselves; they don't run around here. But those guys run around the area anyway doing delivery. So it's not like they driving especially just for your one thing. They, what do they call it? When you join forces. There's a specific word for it.
Sure I will
think
about
it.
What it is.
But it's the communists like using it when you join together to empower yourself. The communists like using it. That's why I don't remember it because I don't like the communist speak. But anyway, but they combine all their resources and then it makes it cheaper for everyone because everyone can just use what is already available.
I will say for us here, the Amazon even accessibility has increased in the last 2 or 3 months, I think it is. So
everything was like 2 to 3 days. Like you couldn't get something.
No, it was about a week.
Yeah,
we were running about a week.
Yeah,
it was
there was
like
some
6, 7
things
days.
that like the best case was like 3 days.
Yeah.
Like stuff like Prime next day we got 3 days.
3 days.
And then anything else was like a week.
6, 7 days.
Yes.
No, it was very long.
Now we get stuff next day.
Yes, now next day started, but we were talking about it before we moved out here. We actually planned ahead, stocked up a little bit because we didn't know what it was going to be like. So we knew we were monitoring kind of the local groups, and we had already involved ourselves a little bit before we finalized the move. So I told Anton, well, I guess I better stock up on a few different things because I don't know what it's going to be like. And then they did open up a facility, I think just north of us. So that's why we're able to get it. But yeah, it's still, they use alternate resources.
Yeah, there's no Amazon vans running around.
Even the UPS and FedEx guys that are out here, they're not a part of UPS or FedEx. They're all contractors, which to me is fascinating to know that that's the case as well. Everybody's contracted out here because it's a country. You know, it's just a different world.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, it's interesting.
Collaboration, is that the word Jody says?
No, it's not collaboration. There's another word. I'll think about it. I'll find it. But they probably what I'm probably thinking of is collectivizing their labor, because they are
collectivism.
Yes,
it is not quite collectivism, but yes. Don Doctor says, I used to like Amazon for books, but that was a long time ago. Fair enough. Yeah, you mean when it first started? Wasn't it 4 books?
Yeah, we get a friend / customer of ours. She publishes books on Amazon. Yes. So we get some of her stuff. And then there was a guy on Sissel. Sissel Says, another podcaster.
Oh yes, we got his stuff too.
Yeah, he does coloring books for kids. So we got some of his stuff for our kids. So that, I mean, we use it for that. But that's more, you know, it's very hard for, I think, any small guy to, you can't just go and like make a coloring book and then just release it.
Well, they offer printing services.
Yes, so Amazon fills that void for a lot of people, so we buy it from there for that.
I know they do help on that side. We because I remember even one of our podcasters once upon a time got some books, and we even shared it with other people. Yes. That alliance.
Yes,
alliance, is that the term?
No, I think it was collective. Collectivize the labor. You know, you collectivize. So you collectivize the delivery service. You know, yes. I think that's the word I was looking for, because I absolutely despise collectivism.
No, there's something to be said about freedom.
Yes,
we must
admit. It might be a little harder, but
well, it requires personal responsibility, and personal responsibility is very hard to swallow.
Yes,
for a lot of people. What can we
very
say?
True, very true. But you know, so the best practice online is to try and ensure, you know, if you're not using the Amazons, to do the shopping to the point where, you know, when a lot of people, and Jody, you're gonna see things like this where people will want 1 pack of something, but the ice box takes 4. So we always tell people, fill the box to get the best value out of it. There's no point in having a half empty box. You're wasting space. You're paying for that box, you know. So fill it, get more stuff and fill it, and the cost divides into the products. So it makes it cheaper over the variety of products.
Else you get a hot gun like what I have.
Yes. No, we cut them down. We cut them down to save the shipping.
No, it's not to save shipping. It's when you're packing a single item in a big box, to get it there safely. It's silly.
Yes.
It's just silly.
No, also, it's cheaper to ship if the box is a bit smaller. And then this thing can't be bouncing around the box. No. Like that doesn't work. No. So you gotta secure it. Jeez,
the whole building's
shut. The whole building's like that's a angry lightning.
Jody says, call it a fill the box sale.
Yes.
You know what gets me is it's the groceries. The meats are fine. Frozen's fine. Biltong is phenomenal. And I've had some fun with some of your guys' orders as far as filling biltong boxes. I chuckle. Not 2 boxes will look the same. Every single box is going to be a little bit different, but I can figure it out. It's like playing Tetris, is, you know, how to make it fit, and it makes it fun. The groceries, it's like you throw a wrench in that thing. You're like, I don't know where I'm going to put that guy. How many times have it's perfect, but this.
Yes, it fits 100% exact.
But that item,
I
can't get it.
I've packed it like 3 times and I cannot get this item in because you don't want it to move around. That's why I was listening to the lady with the chips that complained. Then it's like, because we have to make sure the chips don't move around.
Yes.
Like everything has to be so they think we're breaking the chips because we kind of stuff them in, but you don't. And it's hard with chips because they break.
Yes, I know. That's an inevitable. Diva Dog Mom says the parameters for what you can do with the AZ publishing is limited, at least in my experience. Someday I will rework my children's book to look better than it currently does on AZ. Is that Amazon? AZ?
Yes,
Okay.
Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understood. Jody, it will take a lot more filler, and that costs money. That filler is not cheap. I have a lot of the paper rolls.
Yeah, we take everything that's delivered to us with filler, we take it. And we
hey,
it.
It's my packing material
up until
now.
Not too long ago, we actually didn't even buy boxes. We bought some, but we reused boxes.
It's been a couple of years
now. Yeah. But I mean, in the beginning, we used to reuse boxes.
I would take stock boxes, and I had a never-ending stock of stickers.
Yes.
And I would cover these guys so that it wasn't.
They don't like you using boxes that have markings on them. That's why people think, like when they say, "Okay, can you gift wrap for me?" They think this beautiful red box with a bow on it is going to go out the door. No. It's inside the box, and you don't gift wrap. Just make it pretty when it's open, because you can't really gift wrap it.
Yeah.
Unless you put the gift wrap box in a brown box.
Yes. It always has to go in a brown box. Actually, I have the pleasure of doing a hamper. I'm kind of excited about this. It's been a minute since I've done one. So I received a phone call Thursday, I think it was. And it was a South African number. I was like, oh, shoot, how much is this going to cost?
Yes.
But I answered it nonetheless. And really nice gentleman on the other side of the phone. Yes, in South Africa, they wanted to prepare something for someone stateside. Asked if we were able to do it. I said, definitely. We can correspond via email. You can order online, whatever. We'll figure it out. Well, I didn't get a phone call back, but we did start receiving emails. I think it was Friday morning.
Yes.
And they wanted a full-on gift prepared. And I actually had to, I know I hear it too. I had to ask Anton, I'm like, okay, all of this is in English, but you're going to have to translate, because they're using terminology in different forms, which I am not familiar with. Not really slang, just...
Yeah,
or is it slang?
Yeah, it's South African slang.
Okay. It made it a little confusing for me. I thought I understood it, but I'm like, okay, read this with me, make sure I understand what I need to do. But all coordinated. I'm very excited. We're going to get this guy out either tomorrow or Tuesday. But those, I'm not going to lie, that makes my heart happy. I'm a very crafty person. I like doing those kinds of things. How many of our bundles are me?
Yes. All the bundles.
That's me.
No,
I love those kinds of things. I do. So, like the bouquets and the pretty stuff.
That's another example of, if you want to do a delivery, so that would be more a local actual shopping.
Yeah.
Because they buy from us to deliver to someone here, but they are far away.
Yes.
So that's also, that's actually
using
buying
local resources.
Yes.
Yeah.
100 resources.
Because they could ship from there to here.
It'll be expensive.
Like 6 months.
Yes,
and maybe it'll get here.
No, but I mean, that's another example. You can, contact a store in your area for something, or in someone's area for something for somebody.
Yeah.
But it's I am very much for shop local, unless it's stuff you can't find local.
Yes.
Try and support the local economy and the local people. And I mean, I know it's almost hypocritical, because the majority of our business is online, but the majority of what we do, you can't find local.
Yes. And now what I chuckle with what we've done is we have changed the script. None of our meats are big box guys.
Yes.
That's the biggest thing. So all of our meats come from small American farmers.
Correct.
That I am very proud of.
Yes.
Very, very proud of. That's going to be our Angus, our Wagyu, our pork, our chicken. All of those meats are small farmers. Now, a lot of them are coalitions because they have to go to the processors. There's no choice on that. The processors will not take them in unless it's a lot of meat at once.
So they have to take, like, a couple of small farms have to go together, because the processors, some of them won't process unless you bring like 100 cows.
Sorry, I'm a little behind on chat. Let me catch up on this and we'll continue on. Polish Dog, they don't want to pay for union workers and benefits, so they contract most of it out. Yes, that's probably what it is. We don't have unions here in Texas, I don't think. Is that correct? Yeah. Because that was something that everybody was so disappointed about when I was in the hospital. I was like, yes, no union. Diva Dog Mom, you always do a terrific job with the packing. Thank you. I appreciate that. And Jody was asking Diva what the name of her book is on Amazon. Jody says, that's just Aussie, sorry, Polish Dog says, that's just Aussie Dog Foreign Alliance. Okay. We got to look this up. Diva Dog Mom says it's Buster Brown, Best Dog in Town.
Okay,
by
cool.
Jennifer O'Brien. I know, there's always something. I wrote it for the kindergarten class that Buster would visit and help them with their reading. That's so cute. I love it. Thank you for sharing. Yes, small regenerative farms are the way. I agree. I think that's very important. We have had kind of the browbeating every once in a while by people coming in the shop. Which local farm are you using?
Yes.
And
it's a trick question when they're like, so who's your local? So, but they like, you can no, but it's like bold when it comes out of their mouth. It's like in bold. Who's your local supplier? And I'm like, well, none of the local ones are big enough. So,
well, it's not that. It's not that people are not big enough. It's who can I legally get the meat from, and is it the quality that we require for what
well, just
we do?
because you have a bunch of cows running around your farm doesn't mean that it's good. Firstly. Yes. Secondly, it has to be consistent. So if you could supply me, 150, or let's say I'm thinking kilos, let's say 500 pounds today, okay, can you do that in like 3 weeks again? Or 2 weeks again, or next week again.
Yeah.
And can you do that for the whole year? Yeah. There's not a lot of farms that can actually handle that kind of volume.
We've kind of outgrown a lot of what we started with. So 2020, let me back up a little bit. 2020, we did band together with a local butcher.
Yes.
And at that time, our production needs met their output. We grew past their ability to supply, so we were unable to continue.
And that's one of the bigger local farms.
And that's a big local farm
area. They actually in the area.
But what's funny is they're in this area, but we actually met in DFW, so it's kind of weird how that worked out. But we grew past the capacity with them. Thankfully, we were already with our Wagyu guys, and the place where we pick up from the Wagyu guys, we had a correction, and I'm so glad to learn that it's not a processor, it's a distributor.
Yes.
And the distributor, they have the means to find pretty much anything.
Yes. So what happened was, when we started, and you don't know any better, it's like, all right, I need some bulk meat. So you got Sam's. We never really got the bulk from Costco, because Costco is not geared to that kind of thing. Sam's
do not help with.
No, Sam's will
businesses
do like a box, and
they'll cut the price.
And they'll cut the price a little bit, and so Sam's does work a little bit with business, and they've got the commercial stuff. They've got the commercial cleaners and paper towels and pans and some bits and pieces for commercial businesses. So Sam's is more commercially geared than what Costco is. Costco is bulk family. Sam's is bulk family and commercial. So we went to Sam's and we got some stuff there, and then of course every like main supplier like bursts through your door and demands your time.
I have this.
Yeah. So
that's how it went.
We were using one set of guys, and they were okay, and the price is not bad from their store. So we used to drive to their store. Then of course 2020 came and driving
and they were in Dallas County, so you better.
Yes, that was the one and only time that I had that I actually went to a store where I had to put on a mask because they they were arresting people.
I know Dallas was bad.
They were calling the cops on people.
Dallas is real bad.
So
so we quit
stopped. I stopped in front of the store and I took a deep breath and I was like, all right, well, shit. So I put the mask on. I was in there for 30 minutes. I came out. I pulled the mask off. Halfway home, I phoned my wife and I said, I think you better come find me.
You had Michael with you.
Yeah, I had my son with me, and I said, I think you better come find me because I'm having heart palpitations and I don't know what it is. Because at that time we didn't know. Was it gonna be like, do you get something and die, or because there was so much bullshit out there. But I had such bad heart palpitations that I was actually pulling off the highway. And then it started getting better, and I figured out it's that fucking mask. that I probably, because I went so fast through the place to try and get out of there, I probably asphyxiated a little, and it caused like fucking heart palpitations. And I was on the highway going from there back to Roanoke, and it was so bad that I actually started pulling off the highway because I didn't know if I was going to pass out. And I vowed, I said that I will never. Then we go without it. I'm not fucking going anywhere where I have to put a mask on. It's just not going to be a thing. I'm not doing it. And that was like, we refused to wear, like in our store, anywhere, Walmart. If you turn me away, I'll walk away. But we needed meat, and that
wore
was
a skirt on my face, and I used
to
to
like
twirl.
A tutu.
Yes, and I twirled.
We needed meat.
Yeah.
And that was the only place where we could really get, because everybody was out of meat. Like you go to like Walmart, there's no meat. And I said, okay, let me go try these guys and see. And this was a little bit down the line already, because we bulked up a lot. Yeah. We had a lot of stock. And this was probably a couple of months in already, where, now we started depleting. So I can't remember what it was. And I think it was for biltong.
Yeah.
I needed biltong meat. And I said, so I phoned, and they said they think they have a little bit. And there was nothing, man. I remember going to that store, and they got a freezer like twice the size of my shop. Yes. And it is stocked. Empty. I walk in, and there's hardly anything in that thing. It's fucking empty. But anyways, I think I got a little bit there. And then what happened was, it's funny how things kind of just happen the way they should.
They always do.
A rep from another company walked in, and he had no mask on.
And then we liked him.
I liked him because he didn't wear a mask. Yes. So he just walked in, and he's like, man, I'm from these guys. Do you guys need anything shipped? So I asked him, do you have like this, 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 and this? And he's like, yep. I said, can you deliver tomorrow? He said, yep. I said, good. And it was exactly what we needed. So we put an order in right there, and they delivered the next day. And since then we used them. But all of this was big box.
Yes.
National beef.
He got fired because he was actually the rebel.
Yes, he refused to like conform.
He was a cool guy. I remember him.
And then he got fired. Yeah.
Gustavo.
Yes.
I remember that guy.
Yes, and he was just
cool.
like, fuck this regulation bullshit.
He's like, can I just come work in your shop?
Yeah, he used to just come into the store and sit in our store. Eventually,
he
was
hated
like,
it. Yeah, he hated the run around, the masks, the nonsense.
Yeah,
he was a cool guy.
Like, if I sit in your store, then I don't have to wear a mask or anything. Can I just sit there and work? And I'm like, yeah,
that was a neat dude.
Coffee on the house. Yes, he was So anyway, so we were using the normal Tyson, national beef. Yeah. And I found national beef to be the better of the lot. So anyhow, then we ended a relationship with one set of suppliers.
Yes.
But they supplied our Wagyu. And then we ended up with somebody else that had Wagyu. And then, here comes the terrorist again. And then, but he wasn't consistent. He wasn't consistent enough. So he used to get and not get and get and not get. And it's very hard to run a
Dad needs these.
Process.
Can't have this.
To run a production if your delivery is inconsistent. And if you decide, I'm going to run Tuesday, and we don't have massive storage, so I can't have like a bunch of meat in a cooler. I've got to get it in, and I've got to get it processed. And he's late, and then it's. I don't mind if it's frozen, but I've got to know. So I put a couple of days on so I can thaw it. And then he used to the day before deliver frozen meats, and it was just a mess. And then I was having a chat with a guy on the phone, and I was having a hard time with him. And it happens that a customer of mine works at a airplane servicing. They maintain aircraft, and there's a guy obviously with a lot of money that has some aircraft, and he owns a Wagyu farm. But that's kind of his side business.
Side gig, yeah.
He actually does other stuff, and he's like, give me a second. So he's like, you got some issues? I'm like, it's just supply. So he said, hold on. So he phoned these guys, and it took a bit, and then I got they actually got back to me, because he came back a couple of weeks later. He's like, have these guys phoned you? And I'm like, I haven't heard a word from anybody. He's like, give me a second. So he phoned the owner, and he obviously got onto somebody's case. And then I got a phone call, and I'm like, man, I'm looking for like X. So the guy's like, yeah, we should be able to help you, but we had to go pick up at this distributor. So we didn't know, so we picked up at the distributor, but then we just used to go there
for that.
And then one of their reps phoned me and said, I see you picking this stuff up. Have you got any other needs? And I'm like, do you have bison? Because I have a hard time finding bison. Because through our other wholesale guys, it's like $20 a pound. Very expensive. $20-$25 a pound.
And we tried local. We cannot get bison in Texas. If there's somebody who has bison in Texas, it's USDA. Yeah, call us. But as of right now, I cannot.
I cannot get bison except from one guy
in North Dakota, which is phenomenal bison. I'm not arguing his bison.
But I can't even get it direct. I gotta get it through anyway.
It's ridiculous.
Because I can bring the prices down if we can get bison for a decent price.
And there's bison here. Like, I've seen them.
Yes, I've seen them walk around.
I know they're here.
Can I have that guy?
I want that one.
Chopped up, please.
Biltong. Walking biltong.
Anyway, so, and then he asked me, when we got me the bison, and then he asked me, he's like, listen, man, do you use normal meat? And I'm like, yeah. I just get it from the supply stores. And he's like, can I quote you? And I'm like, sure. So he quoted me, and he was in line with the price. It was like same price. I'm like, okay, I can work with that. And then I asked him, I said, look, I don't like the meat we're using. Is there anything better you can get? And he's like, I've got an idea. So he contacted the guys we use now. And it came in a little bit more expensive at that time, but I mean the quality is just, it was like 15 cents a pound more, but the quality is not even,
can't match it. Like, it's
not even comparable, man.
We even had the privilege of testing Costco's meat the other day.
Yes.
He offered I can't remember how much you got from him. He's like, well, try this, see what you think. So Anton marked it.
This is the overrun on what Costco doesn't take. So everything Costco can't take off their hands, they put into the market, and we got a box of it. I said, give me a box.
This is a box. Okay. We tested it. Wow. Our meat, hands down, better.
Yes.
So it's funny because I always hear the goods about Costco's meat. So I know that's high quality. I am apparently a complete snob now. Thank you. I don't even like Costco's meat. Okay.
Yep.
What's wrong with me?
No, it's good.
It's really good. But that kind of solidifies we are 100% using the meat we thought we were using. It is the small family farms. It is everything that I want my kids to eat, actually. Exactly. And I know we tell people we don't know if it's growth hormone or antibiotics, but because it's a bunch of different farms, not because they use it, just because it's a bunch of different farms. We don't actually know exactly what they do on that. But we also don't know if they don't do it. So I don't want to say one way or the other, but most of our stuff we know is without, because that's one of the requirements that the little groups use, is they have to really pay attention to those details.
Yes.
We do have a couple people chatting, which by the way, Diva Dog Mom does say, oh my gosh, the bison biltong is so good. I agree.
Yeah, I wish I could get the price down on that. It's just the cost of and it's been creeping up,
Yes. I packaged some of it yesterday. I may have had a little bit of overflow, and I may have eaten it all. I offered to him. He didn't take it. He said, no, I already ate all of this, so I'm good.
Yeah, what she does is she takes the cheap biltong and then puts it out in a little bowl.
Okay, but it was
like
nice.
Yes, but like a trap, So every time I walk past it, I'm like, oh. So I snacked like a whole little bowl of that, and then she like holds out the bison. I also have, and I'm like, no, now I'm full. So I had one piece, and I'm like, no, you just you have it. You have it because now I've had all the biltong I need.
Which is so funny. We do not prefer bison. It is a very lean meat, obviously, but it was nice to have the change. It's got that very rich flavor base to it, high iron, whatever it is. It's really nice as a change. I enjoyed it yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, that was nice. That was my pre-fire food. Which, by the way, there was a question about that.
Oh, I still need to put the 2 videos up. I never put them up yesterday.
Oh, you didn't? Oh my goodness. Okay, so Diva Dog Mom, don't worry, we will show more momentarily.
Yes.
Anton, the picanha looked amazing the other day. Is it available to order from your store? I'm going to work on that. So I think that's more just us figuring out price-wise, because we do have picanha. I have steaks. I have whole ones. We have ribeyes.
So how it works, we have to kind of get a little bit higher than average price, put it online for that, and then if you buy it and it's a little lower, we can refund you. We can't charge up, but we can refund.
We can refund. So I can see if I can work on that one. Maybe that's my to-do.
Yeah, today.
My
Yeah,
key.
maybe we can do that today. But yes, you could definitely phone and get it. It's just to put it online, so you could just order it and then with a cold box. But I mean, we actually
Why am I like paused?
because the
Did the internet just die?
yeah, we got some
No, it's okay.
Angus picanhas here.
Yes, yes, yes.
So we got some.
These things are heavy. This guy's a really big one. Look at that.
Yes.
These are gorgeous.
Yeah.
Now, what makes me laugh with the picanha, so this is about the size we had
Yes.
the other day. Okay, so yesterday, he puts it on the fire, and then I swear it turns into like this big, this size, but 2 or 3 times as
Yes,
thick.
right.
It
Yes.
just tightens, constricts, whatever.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't like advertising stuff because but that Chef IQ probes,
That's pretty cool.
those things definitely work, man.
All right, so Polish Dog was having quite a morning. He's having a hard time. And I think you must have eaten an inflated bag of biltong to be so confused, good sir. He says, I was listening like 3 minutes behind because Don Darkstar's comment didn't make sense. And it was the mask made me ill too. So he says, what the fuck? Why did they say a mask made them sick? And I looked and my stream was a few minutes behind. He was so confused on what was going on.
No, I got not that it's sick, but I got fucking heart palpitations.
No, it's from either too much CO2, not enough oxygen, what have you. It's the being constricted on breathing. You know, your O2 levels do drop when you wear a mask, especially if you're doing physical activity. That's actually why a lot of guys do it while they work out, is they want that higher CO2, less O2 levels to help with the muscle gain, whatever. If you're not used to it and you do it as a once-off, you could easily have a lightheadedness.
Blackout.
Yes,
yeah.
blackout.
No, I thought I was going to have a blackout in the car, man. I was worried because I told my wife, you better start driving because I got Michael in the car.
Yes.
So bring a hammer so you can break the window if I'm out.
Thankfully, that did not come to that conclusion.
Man, I was on my way getting off the road and then I started feeling better and then I phoned her back. I'm like, no, I think I'm okay. I think I can make it. But I had serious doubts, and this is not a long journey. This was like I was 20 minutes out from our store.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if I can make it. That's the first time in my life where I've had the feeling of like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it home. Like I don't know if I'll make it. It was interesting.
So Don Darkstar asks, do you guys do gator? I mean, it's a little fishy, but not bad. Dude, we're not in the swamps. Come on.
Yeah. Also, no inspection.
No inspection. I bet you New Orleans got some inspected gators. How much you want to bet?
Yeah, that guy looks fine.
Jody says, my wife wants me to smoke a gator. I definitely want to do that. Now that I chuckle, I spent way too much time down in the swamps in New Orleans growing up. That I have family in Slidell, Louisiana. It is very much Gatorville down there. That is... I have
like an agreement. What do you call it? Like
understanding. An
understanding with predators, like professional courtesy.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't eat them. They don't eat me.
Yes.
Yes.
So Lemon asks, Nicole, how long were you a nurse? Well, I am still a nurse, actually. I never let my license go. I still have it. And I am technically practicing every single day. I have 4 kids and a husband. Please don't trip on a step stool again.
No, I didn't trip on the step stool. It just gave way.
Okay, whatever. I was in the hospital / medical world for almost 20 years. So quite some time, not all as a nurse. I worked from bottom up. I did every single job you can imagine. The one I did the longest though was the telemetry tech. I was the one watching the heart monitors, and that's actually where I went into as a nurse. I started my nursing career as a cardiac nurse, but I traveled through many different walks in healthcare. Bitch
All right,
Mobile,
you're
she
gonna
says
go.
she's an RN for 32 years over here. So are you as horrible as I am where you just kind of did different
All right, hold on.
things, or did you stay in the same
Thank you.
area? I could not sit still in healthcare. I'm not going to lie. I went from cardiac to school nursing, learned a lot, learned I will never put my kids in school. Went to neurotelemetry, to med surg, to surgical. Yeah, lots of
Yeah, Nicole
different
was
things.
a nurse manager.
Yeah, I
at one of
ended
the
at
big-
as a nurse manager over the post-op surgical unit and oncology units. I had both of those under my belt. I walked away February 14th, 2020. Best thing I've ever done in my life because I get to spend time with my families and I didn't fall for the COVID bullshit. I was the very unliked nurse after that. A lot of people whom I worked with personally, knew me personally, thought that I was absolutely crazy because I called them out on their shit.
Yes, but they were all talking bullshit because
Commies.
but it was all for money.
Trying to kill people.
Yes,
like,
but for money.
For money.
Like every time they spout bullshit, it's like because their money's going up.
Yes. Well, and that was the thing. So they paid these nurses astronomical prices to or wages, sorry, to do different shifts. And I warned people, if you're getting $100 an hour, I would question the conditions you're working in. And oh, how dare I say that? The conditions were really bad. Like really bad. If you're making $100 an hour, there's a reason.
Yes.
Because you're probably going to be by yourself doing everything, have no support, and hopefully someone doesn't die under your watch.
Yes.
You remember me talking to a few people and warning them, please don't take those jobs. Those are really bad jobs. There's a problem there if that's what they're doing for you.
Yes.
Hey, you with your little thingy. It's removed. Okay. Goodbye.
Oh, was the
yeah, I got him.
Okay. Is that Skull Spotter? Yeah, it is. No, he's called Skull Spotter. He does yes.
Hey, P. Miller Inc. I'm from West Bank. Smoked gator is excellent. Hey, there we go. All right, we do have somebody who likes to smoke gator.
Yes.
Jody says, we lived south of Lafayette for 9 years. Gator, crawfish, boudin, all the food. You know, I grew up on all of that. I do not eat crawfish anymore. They are definitely mud bugs, guys. Come on. You know it. I know it. What you're eating is the Zatarains. Okay, that is all you're eating, and you know it. I know it. Don't lie. It's Zatarains. I swear that stuff growing up on that.
Yeah, I remember meeting Nicole, and her dad was very excited because they were going to do a crawfish broil, and I'm like, can I take us some like steak and stuff, and I'll make a fire, and then everybody can eat the mud bugs. So they make this thing, and they're very proud of their broil, and they throw it out on a table with like a plastic sheet, and it's all little bits of corn and
mess. The corn, the potatoes, the red potatoes.
So I look at all of this, and I'm like, no problem. So I'm like turning my steak this side, and everybody is looking at me because they gotta peel and eat that stuff, and I'm gonna have a nice juicy steak this side. So we don't get invited to those things.
No, we don't. Mental Health 1974 joining us. Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Good morning,
people. Glad to have you in.
Yeah, I'm very particular about what I eat. Unfortunately, it's not that I like good prawns, but it's always been like the dam fish has always been very muddy and very mucky,
it is.
You know, so like catfish and that, it's all got a very muddy taste, and so we used to have like, you gotta keep it frozen for a year. Yes, you gotta cut it, so you lob the head off, and then you lob the tail off, and it's got this like star formation bone in it, and you cut steaks, and then you have to take these steaks, you got to freeze them. Now what nobody ever talked about is it could have been full of parasites, you know, which might be
it was.
why you have to freeze it for so long. But anyway, and I was just like, I don't understand. Like, so you go to the river, to the dam, pond or whatever, what do you call it, lake, and you go catch this pretty decent sized catfish, and then we used to take it home, and you throw it in a bath of water, so it breathes like clean water, so it cleans out. So now your whole house smells of catfish, which is not nice. Believe me, catfish doesn't smell good. So you leave it in the bath for like a half a day or whatever, breathing like clean water, and you wash it and clean it, and then you kill it, and then you're like, all right, so now it's dead. And then once the head's off and the tail's off, then you have the body part, which is quite a lot of flesh, but it's got this like center spine, and it's got this like 5 bones going out. So now you cut this into steaks, and you can make it. You can cut the flesh off, and then so you got to pull. You take like a plier, and you pop that skin back, and you pull it off, so it like rolls back off it. And then so you can take the flesh off, and you can make like fritters with it, almost. Or you cut it into steaks, but then you got to freeze this thing for a year. And I'm like, man, that is so much effort. Like if I go to the store and I just buy some ground beef, like I can just eat it, and it's better. It tastes better, and it's like so. I never understood.
Printed well nowadays.
Yes, well, I never understood. I mean, this was when I was a kid,
I know,
so I mean that was actual
real,
beef.
It was real beef.
But it's like I don't like I don't understand. So we got to do all of that to get this catfish, so we can eat catfish that tastes horrible. And then I could just go to the store and buy some beef, and that tastes good. And it's like no effort. I just go to the store.
You were
and
not
buy it.
scarred for life from that.
No,
Yes.
it just never made sense.
Just
The math,
slightly. Maths,
never.
not mathing.
The math didn't maths.
So Bitch Mobile does say they don't want to hear me tell them they're retarded and killing people. Oh, I have a lovely lady, good friends with. She was director at that time, and she wound up walking away from the hospital, went back to bedside, not home health, hospice, bedside hospice
Yeah, she
care
walked
nursing.
out of probably
Director,
the biggest chain.
Yes, in the Metroplex.
In
yes,
the Metroplex, the biggest chain. She
Yeah.
was a director at one of the
one of the 3. There's 3 big hospitals. She was one of the 3 hospital, one of the directors.
Yeah, one of the biggest. There's the 3 biggest in the Metroplex. She was at one of them, and she was a director there, and she walked away.
She said, "I can't do this," and she said, "Nicole, you're right. This is what they're doing." She gave it all.
They were
She
getting
let it all
paid
out.
for people
No,
that
it's
die.
ridiculous.
They were killing
That's not
people
okay
for
with
money.
me.
Literally killing people for money. So we don't play healthcare games.
No. No.
We just take care of it ourselves.
Right?
And if you break it, it comes off. Not really, but
You break it, I stabilize it, and then we move on. Life goes on.
Yep.
Diva Dog Mom, interesting. There's another small meat farm shop that I order from, and the wife also has a healthcare background. Actually, it's a bison place.
cool.
There's a lot of us that eyes open, and unfortunately, exactly what we thought would probably happen is what happened. So there's a big thing in healthcare. It's triaging. So whenever you have an emergency, you triage a situation. You have your red, yellow, green people. Who's gonna live, who's kind of your in between, and then who's gonna die. And for some reason, COVID happened. Nobody's supposed to die, so everybody's treated like this emergency. You have to keep the people alive that are in the red, but it's like, but they're gonna die anyways. No, but they have to be alive, and then we act like it's this big deal, and yet at the same time, they're like shoving more people in the red category that shouldn't be, purposefully to make more money. It's the whole thing just beyond bugged me. So sorry. That's
Yep.
No, not happening. Bitch Mobile says on Friday, they said starting on Monday, we'll be double masking.
Where? Who?
Who's the,
No, man. Really?
tell me more. All right. To hell with that. Yes, Jody. Yes, Jody. I'm not stupid.
that?
No. I don't know.
Is that now?
You gotta give us more detail than that. Polish dog, yep, tell them you're allergic to crawdads. You know what I was just thinking, though? We haven't had crawdads from the Gulf of America. I bet they're better. Do you think they're better? I bet they're better.
American crawfish is better. Yes. It's bigger.
Everything's bigger. All right, sorry, I couldn't help myself. Anton, that was a hell of a first impression. I'm sure Nicole's family thought you were a weirdo at first. Oh,
Yeah, you tell them.
didn't go over well and still hasn't gone over well.
Yeah, I just, I don't have a filter, so they don't like that.
He's got Asperger's. What can I
Yes.
say? I diagnosed him, as a nurse who can't diagnose. Just
Yes.
saying.
Yeah, that didn't. No, I just like, I don't. It stinks, but like.
You're full of shit, and
Yeah.
this is why.
Wow, can you guys hear that? That's a thunder.
Rumbler.
Yes.
Okay.
Um.
If we lose stream, that is why.
Yes. It's a pretty bad weather out here. So if the stream goes down, that's why.
That's why.
Lightning
That's why.
struck our internet.
Thunderbolts and lightning. Very frightening.
Yeah, so the first time we met, I was cooking. Was
a family gathering.
Was a family gathering,
Yes.
and I made chicken.
Yes.
And I marinated it a couple of days. It was very nice, and I made it on the fire.
Because I actually invited everybody over to my house.
Yes.
And then I introduced you.
Yes. They didn't have any idea of me. So.
No, and they were not fans of me introducing this.
Yeah, I thought he would come. I know.
Old man.
So I'm a little older than Nicole, and then of course, so she. You wanna?
Yes, I'll
give
help
him a hand there. One. So.
Did you have one of these?
Nicole said, so she invited the whole family for the do, and she didn't say anything. Yes, you got the apple. You're gonna actually eat it. So now he's had a banana, a apple, and a nacho.
She's not giving him a banana. That's it.
Eh?
That's all the banana.
I didn't give him a banana. I gave him a nacho. Oh, I thought he was there. Okay. No, I didn't give. I thought he already had a banana.
No.
All right, you can't have a banana because that's what we're using.
I know.
But anyway, so she didn't say anything and invited them over.
Yes.
And then the family comes, and here I am cooking, and we cleaned up the morning. And
yes.
Out, and so when they came there, it was like a family house.
Yes.
But very unexpected. So her dad was very grumpy. Because I also sound funny.
Yes. Yes.
Which he didn't appreciate.
And all these tattoos everywhere and older, and it was fun.
Yes.
It was entertaining.
Yeah, but I mean, we made, so I can't even remember what we made, but I think we made a bread, some kind of something in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
And so we made a whole bunch, like a proper family do, but nobody had to bring anything. They just had to bring themselves.
Yeah.
And then I got, of course, the 70 million questions from the family. But then after that, this was about 3 months after we met.
Yes.
Yes. And then after that, everybody knew. So, we were calm.
Yes.
And, we could talk a little bit more to the family because, I mean, you don't want to just go and introduce someone and then it doesn't work out.
Yes. Yes. Of course.
Anyway, so yeah, but till today, I told her, the first time I got married, like my ex-father-in-law, he's now deceased because they stuck him in a ventilator. But anyway, he didn't like me till like about a year before I got divorced. So I told Nicole, we're safe because they still don't like me.
Right, right. That's horrible.
We're
horrible.
Good. Nobody likes me. I just, Jimmy Carr is a very good comedian. I don't agree with everything he says and everything he believes in, but I like his take on things. And he says, when you meet someone that has like 6 months left to live, you won't find, or 6 months to a year left to live, you won't find a person with better clarity than that person because they know they are on a limited time frame and they don't mess around. They do what is needed and they get things done because they only have so much time.
Yes.
And I like that take. I don't think life's too short to I don't want to say be polite, but to mince words.
Well, what is the point of living if you're not doing it to the fullest?
And also if you're not being honest.
Yeah.
So, I just, unfortunately, things come out of my mouth
That's why I tease him about Asperger's, because that's actually supposedly one of the, not symptoms, but whatever,
yes.
One of the aspects of it. I don't even believe in the mental disorders because I think we're all made different. Well, no, we're all made different, and you can't replicate it. You can't go bypass the blood-brain barrier in everybody's brains to go check and see, what's going on inside there. But not two people are the same. Not
yes.
two people think the same. There are people who are mathematical. There are people who are arts and craft oriented. There are people who are your historical and your reading, your language people. And then there's just people who are like the nonstop go-getters. Please tell me any CEO that sat in a corner and listened to everybody.
Yes.
Like anybody
Yes.
who started any big business.
Yes.
Which one of the top 5 businesses did people who started even finish high school?
Yes.
Like none.
Yes.
None went to college.
No.
You know, those.
Or at least dropped out. Or
Yes. Yes.
all right, we have
he is too tall. No, I actually think we need to wrap up. But no, biggest thing for me is we're all different, and I love that people are different. But if you're not honest with each other, then nobody knows that each other's
I need to
different.
cut that thing for you, boy.
What did you do? Where were you? It's wet.
Oh, he probably rinsed his apple in the bathroom and then managed to rinse himself.
Were you in the bathroom?
Yep.
Yep. Yep. Okay, we'll finish up and then I'll help. Yep. Jody does say the wife said shark is delicious and fresh tuna steaks on the grill is as well.
Hold on.
Fair enough. Use a baby pool. Oh, Bitch Mobile says what to do for catfish. Use a baby pool under the carport. There we go.
Yes.
There we go. Outside.
Yes.
Outside.
Yes.
That's a better idea. I've never got to taste the shark, but if I get a chance, it's happening. That says Jody. Did I say hi to Mental Health 1974? I think I did.
Hold on. I've had shark fin soup at a Chinese restaurant in South Africa.
Yeah.
Yes. Hold on.
So Bitch Mobile does say I liked hospice except for the mandatory OT and 12-hour shifts. Man, I've always done 12-hour shifts. That's from the get-go. That's just to me, that's part of healthcare is you work on the weekends and you work long shifts and, you know, you work when other people are hurting. So it doesn't really matter what you think is kind of my take on it, which is, I guess, why this business has worked so well for us.
Yes, because we just work.
We just work. That's what we do. Mental Health was raised in Pensacola, Florida. So no wonder. Lemon, Anton doesn't put on airs for everyone. Good for you.
Oh, no.
I don't have a filter either, Anton says Mental Health. And Unfolding Joker came to grace us with this present.
Hey,
Thank you.
good morning.
Glad to have you jump in for a minute.
Hold on, we don't have to just finish off yet. Help this guy, and I can talk some more nonsense, and because the weather is terrible anyway. So
no, I know. Jody's a unique kind of person, so he says, is what he's been told. Hey, WMD1, hail Anton, peace chat. Hey, welcome.
Yeah, good morning. Just see
what
that
cut
guy.
It up?
Oh, he wants. Okay, I can cut it up. Let me cut it up. I don't know that's what he wants.
He's just, you know what? I got an idea for the young man. So there's a trick, guys. Put a paper towel under your shirt that's wet, and it'll dry. Because I'm also not going to run outside in the rain and go get a shirt.
Fortunately, we're on the same property, so we can go and.
For me to get rained on.
But obviously, we didn't watch him, so we have to take him back to his siblings.
I know. I didn't take him. I just gave him
I thought he would mosey on back there.
I thought he would too.
Apparently, that was not his plan.
This dude doesn't stop eating.
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment. So fruit has kind of been our best friend because he can't tolerate the heavy chew of biltong all the time. He'll eat it in bits, but to constantly chew biltong is hard for him. But the fruit's a little softer. I chuckle at him taking the apples because those also do require chew, but I guess it's not quite as much.
Okay, you want
that? There we go. That's perfect.
All right, there we go.
So he has been on an eating fest, and our other young lad, he's rather thin. He does eat a lot, but he's very thin. So I looked at Anton, and I was trying to think, when this young man gets a little bigger, is he going to be thin like his older brother, or is he going to be stocky? Because he seems to eat more. So I'm not quite sure what we are in for. Close it, Christoph. Close it. No, close it. Yes, like that. Like that.
Okay. Let mom take you to your siblings quick.
Come, sweetie.
Come. Let mom take you.
I'll take you. And you got to clip it. There we go.
There we go. All right, let's go.
Let's go to your siblings.
Oh.
I'll pass in front. I'm going to have to.
Yes, young man. Sorry. They can't go outside today, so we're going to get stuck with them inside because the weather's actually not good. Like, really not good. It's really wet outside.
Yes, I'll get a couple things.
Lots of puddles.
Christoph's got an apple, partial apple.
You know, I kind of tend to call a spade and not a shovel. So, you know, when one of the examples. I'm trying to not, let too much of the cat out of the bag. But one of the things that happened was um, a rather expensive vehicle was bought a long time ago. Um, and it's not bad now, but now it's dated, so it's not really expensive anymore. So, but it's just kind of standing in the garage, just aging, you know. So, but it's a stick shift. So, you know, having some issues with the legs doesn't help with the stick shift. So I suggested that the vehicle should be sold, which was like sacrilege. Like that cannot be. Those words are not allowed to be spoken. And then, hey, I finished my coffee again.
I think we're gonna have to make, if we're staying on, we're gonna need more coffee.
So I was like, but you can't drive the car. So it's kind of a waste, just taking up space, and it's getting damaged because it's just standing in a pile of rubble, and it's breaking. So things are going wrong with it because it's just standing. And that was just like that is like I can't even speak those words. Not allowed to say anything. When you highlight the obvious that you got a problem with your leg, so how are you going to depress a clutch pedal?
And like, that clutch is no joke. It's a racing vehicle. It's no joke.
It's a high performance vehicle, and it's like, well, can you press the clutch? I mean, you have a problem with your foot and your leg.
I can't even press the clutch.
So how are you going to drive it? It's like, well, no, it won't be sold. And I'm like, well, that's stupid, because it's like, what are you going to do with this thing? And now it's not. I mean, it was very expensive, but now it's just a $15,000 paperweight, because you're not getting value out of it. So I was not liked for that comment, because it's it would be one thing if it's your pride and joy and it's something that's clean and neat and you can actually pull out. There's a lot of people that have vehicles that they don't drive, but it's clean and it's tidy,
and you wax on and you wax off.
Wax off, and it's a thing that gets worked on and cleaned and looked after every weekend. That I understand. This thing stands under this is going to be one of those barn finds, And I'm like, well, why do you want to do that? Like, give it to someone that can actually enjoy it, or get rid of it. Like, that's what you do. So anyway, I wasn't liked for that comment. And that's and I'm trying to be very neutral in what I say, because I don't want to divulge too much personal information. But it's like when people walk in and I can see their nonsense. They're like, so what brought you here? South Africa's so pretty. Yeah, fucking communists. Communists brought me here. And then they get all offended because you can't talk bad about communists. It's funny. I was just thinking about it. Those Antifa running around the north again, and like they're just assaulting people and nobody's arresting them. I don't understand. But anyway, that's completely diverting the conversation. You need to come read chat so we can see what is going on.
Sorry, I was asked for more food.
More food. They just had breakfast. Dude. And they complain, oh, we can't eat all the breakfast, and then they want this.
They're full of nonsense, these guys. Okay, everybody said good morning. Good morning, WMD1. You got some good attention there, sir, if you didn't notice. Jody, what the hell? My wife is over there shaking her head. Yes. Kids are eating machines at that age. Oh. Yes,
but selectively. Like if I want them not to eat, it's like, listen, all you're gonna have now is just biltong, and because they want that, and they want the apples, and and they'll eat the biltong because they have to and they know, but they don't want it for like their snacks and stuff. So I just tell them, you just have biltong, and then I stop that whole argument.
Well, Jody was asking you, what is the car? So you kind of got us. I think as close as your.
It's a Mustang. It's a Mustang, but it's a hairdresser Mustang. It's one of those that open at the top. So that also wasn't very popular when I said that. Is that right?
I think, well, there were a few comments because the grill outside.
Oh yeah.
You remember that one?
Yes.
That also didn't go over very well. I'll be right back.
So there's a gas grill outside, which I discovered when I went for this crawfish thing. So I was like, where's the grill? It's like, no, it's the gas grill. And I'm like, that's not a grill. That's like a stove. And I'd like to cook my meat on a fire. Like that's not a grill. So where I'm from, if you have a gas grill, like, you don't tell anybody, because your friends will literally not come back to your house. Like, you don't mention, and if your friends come, you hide it, because you have to, like, a man makes fire and then you cook on fire. So a tiger was bought.
Yes.
Is that right? Yes, a tiger, one of those like auger smoker things. So, and this thing was expensive, man, because it was just when it came out, it was like $1,500 or something stupid. So I'm like, well, okay, I guess. I mean, I'm not a big smoking guy, so, you know, maybe there's something I don't know. So we were informed that it's not very impressive, this tiger, because the food is very similar that comes out of it compared to being made on the gas grill. So I said, so what was the point of the tiger? So no, we wanted to see if it would work, you know, if it was good. And I thought, well, you know, to blow like over $1,000 on testing stuff.
Go away, I'll come in a minute.
That's a bit of a waste of money. So I said, well, I don't know, man. If I want to cook food in the oven, I just do it in my house. Like, I don't need to buy all kinds of fancy stuff standing outside. Just make food that tastes the same that comes out of my oven. Like, I'd rather just have a grill with fire, and then you have fire food, and that's much better. And I was not very popular for that.
No.
Yes.
No, and that was actually, what's so funny is that is why I liked Anton, was he's very matter of fact, very frank in his speech. So I never had to question anything coming out of his mouth or what he thought, because it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Polish Dog does say, I like Mustangs.
Yes. No, it's not a bad car, except for it being a hairdresser car, you know. And it's a nice supercharged, you know, the whole like shooting match, very pretty, but just standing there wasting away.
Yeah,
and
that's
you know,
a shame.
It's like I like a lot of stuff, but if I can't use it, I'd rather just get rid of it.
And I will say, Anton is known for really appreciating vehicles like that. Your uncle, how long, how many days, hours, whatever did you spend in that garage with your uncle?
I spent many
like
hours.
Restoration,
building,
how much would you say you guys
built lots of cars. I've got pictures of me building a race car. I've built a race car. I had now we don't have the big V8s in South Africa, but I had a 2-liter 16 valve Golf, but a pickup that we converted with a roll cage with a turbocharger, about 550 horsepower, like wheel horsepower. That was just insane, that thing. You see some of them on the internet, and like it gives a motorcycle a hiding.
Yes.
So, you know, we built some cars. We had some BMWs we built and stuff like that. I worked on a proper like fueler, like drag car, like a funny car. I've worked on one of those for someone. As I, you know, just my spare time. Like we've played around with the turbo, especially turbochargers and drag cars and stuff like that. The last 10, 15, 20 years or so, no time. It's just been work. And I always prioritized cars as the lesser priority. That's like for fun. So I've spent many a day just in the garage working on cars and stuff. I really like it.
But that's a passion of his. That's why I wanted to bring that up.
Yes.
He really,
no, I really appreciate
really,
cars. That's why I'm like,
really,
when I look at that, I'm like, that's such a waste. Because you see, I have no problem. You can literally start it, pull it out of the garage, wash it, clean it, polish it, and put it back in the garage. Like, you can literally do that. But it's just standing on a heap of rubble. It's like, that is wasting.
Yeah.
It's wasting.
No, so the reason I just wanted you guys to know, like, he has quite a passion for vehicles.
Yes.
Like, really loves them, loves the turbos, loves like the engines and how they work, and something like that, something that's got that
Yes.
I mean, that is
sounds
your
like a hog.
Oh. So I used to have a Durango, and it had this beautiful V8 in it. I'm not gonna lie, I miss my little.
Yeah, that's why I bought it. So we were Michael, go away now, young man. Sorry, my other son is standing right here now. He's causing issues, but so we had to buy a bigger car. So I looked around, and I've always liked the Durangos. So I told Nicole, okay, so let's see if we could find a Durango, and then we found one, and it was okay. It was a V6, and then we eventually ended up with a 5.7 Hemi, because when the guy started it, I was like, I want that one, and it's black, which I don't like because they scratch for nothing. So so I didn't want a black one, but it was black. So, and it had red leather inside. Talk about being like the epitome of what you shouldn't buy. But red leather, every bell and whistle, 5.7 Hemi, blackout windows. So we bought that. That was her car, and it was awesome, and it sounded great. But practicality. Now we got a Mercedes Metris van, and I fucking love that thing. I always said I'll never buy a what do you call it? One of those family van things, whatever they're called. And it's not not an SUV, whatever they call those fucking Chrysler, So we looked around at a few things, and I ended up with this. So I wanted to buy a Sprinter, but it's too big. It's too high. It won't go into a garage. And we ended up with a Metris, and I will admit that I really enjoy the Metris. Go away, kids. We are still on stream. It is raining. Yes, go to the back. It is raining. You cannot go outside. We got all the kids, like a fucking peanut gallery, So I wanted a Sprinter because I had an automotive store, or not store. I had an automotive shop doing kind of aftermarket stuff in South Africa, and we worked on a lot of Sprinters, and I always liked the build quality. It's very basic. It's not like a fancy car, but they're very sturdy. So I always wanted a Mercedes Sprinter, but they're not as popular here. So there's a lot of the models you don't get because there's actually it
was very limited.
I can't remember there's a gas one you get, and then there's a like a proper fucking diesel, almost like truck motor one you get. And I don't think either the gas was on when I did that. One of them is not here. And then we ended up with a 1900cc petrol, like gas, turbocharged Metris. I am very impressed with that vehicle. Honestly, I'm very impressed.
It's so quiet.
Yes, it's very quiet. But the electronics are, okay. But I really like the space, and it's got it almost functions as a diesel, the way it works, because the power comes in at such low revs that it almost drives like a diesel. So
it feels like a bus.
Yes, it's very nice. I really like it, and I like it because it's rear-wheel drive, front-wheel steer, rear-wheel drive. So I really like it for what it is, for that kind of vehicle. I think it's the best. Yes, it is raining. It is the best setup we could have bought for the money. I'll pour that in.
Yeah. We have done many transports of meats, and
that's the other thing. It
the amount of stuff you can carry in that thing.
Yeah, it can take some weight.
It takes a good amount of weight. It's very durable. Now, the good thing with the Metris versus the Sprinter is the height. So the Sprinter has that extra headroom.
Yes, which is why we didn't get it, because it won't fit in the garage.
Well, that's the thing. Not that I have a garage, but yeah.
Not that we have a garage now, but we had one, and the idea was that it would go inside. So when we bought that, we didn't know we were going to move here.
Well, no, we were starting on it.
Yes, but we didn't. I mean, we didn't know.
No, because that was before Krista.
Yes, Krista.
Oh my gosh.
No, I mean, you buy something. So basically, what happened was, my youngest son jumped. So the Durango had 3 rows of seats. That has the front, the middle, and the back.
Mm-hmm.
Now we were going from 3 kids to 4 kids, and the Durango, when you flip the back seat down, there's this little gap.
Yes.
So my son grabbed the lever, flipped the seat forward, and jumped in the back.
Yeah.
And I didn't want him to sit in the back. So I'm like in there and I'm like, come here. And I couldn't reach him because this gap, I could like get my head in there.
No, it's ridiculous.
And I was like, this is not going to work.
No, we figured it out real quick.
This is not going to work because, well, the problem is, so we had one kid who's kind of still on a elevated seat, but at that time she was in a kid seat. So we were going to have the backwards baby seat, kid seat, and then one seat flippy, and then to try, and then once when you have all 3 rows of seats out the back, you got like space for a diaper bag.
Yeah, it's no room.
So I was like, this is not going to work. So I started looking around, and then I stopped because I was like, these things are so expensive, and they're all shit.
Yep.
And then one just popped up out of nowhere, and it was affordable, and we went, and there was a little bit of damage, which they fixed, and then we bought it, and we've had zero shit with that thing.
No, it's a very nice vehicle.
Yeah.
It's very nice. Just to rewind a little bit on chat, Jody does agree with you. Nothing beats a fire. So there you go. From the meat man to meat man.
Yep.
It is concluded. Polish Dog says, I have a huge cooking grate I can put over a bonfire too and cook over the coals. You just can't throw any pine or other soft woods into a bonfire and stick with just oak firewood. Yes. No, that can be a problem. You got to watch what you
Yes. I always tell my son, don't throw wood in the fire. We don't want to get poisoned.
We have an 82 Mercury Capri.
Okay.
35 or 351W 11.1 second quarter mile car.
Wow.
Oh, very nice. What's under the hood, Jody, says Mental Health.
That's a 351. So
yeah.
But 11, that's 11 is good.
Yes.
Yeah, because that turbocharged Golf that I had did kind of high 11s was the best time. I think I got a 12.1 and 11.9 out of it. Traction is your enemy.
Yes.
The tires squeal like the pig.
So yeah, he says a 351 Windsor punched 40 over with 410 gears.
Yes, 410 gearbox.
Cargo van is at 1 ton with a 460 big block. Sounds like it'll shit and grit.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah, the 410 gears. If I'm not mistaken, in South Africa we had that on the what was that? There was a Chevy that a Chevy, not a Camaro. It was a Chevy. Man, it was a small little thing. I'll tell you now. It was almost in like a small Chevelle body. Man, now I don't remember their name, but they came out with a 410 Munchie box. You do like 160 kilometers an hour, so that would be probably 100 miles an hour in first gear.
Okay.
Yeah. Make lots of lines with those things.
Now,
Every
Polish
4
Dog,
weeks, new tires.
Right. Polish Dog did say you can tow a house with it, and Jody says I literally pull a kitchen with it.
Yes.
Literally pulls his whole kitchen. There we go.
Good. That's cool. So it's a drivable. That's even better.
Well, I would hope so.
No, but a lot of race cars are not daily drivers.
I know, you can't drive it.
Yes. What's scary is when you see what the new cars are doing now. Like they've got, I think is it the Jeep that's got that like high performance car, and then some of the BMW X3, X5s, like 11-second, almost out of the, like off the showroom floor, 11-second cars. It's fucking scary what they're doing with the turbos.
So Mental Health says one of my upstairs neighbors has a 2002 Toyota Tundra with the iForce V8, and the other one has a 2006 Chrysler Pacifica with a V6. Both are great vehicles. So Jody says 11.58 is the best I ever got at State Capitol Raceway in Louisiana.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not street legal.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. It's hard to make, a performance car.
Yeah.
A street legal car also. because you got to do little things.
I remember we used to have some very interesting vehicles pull up in Roanoke.
Oh yeah, we had some.
This McLaren.
Yes, we had a couple of McLarens come in, and
those were gorgeous. The thing that got me, the guy who owned them, he would just open it up and let the kids run all over it.
Yeah, it's like so he's beautiful. McLaren, and he just like, no, go climb in. And the kids are climbing.
And they're like,
no. And he's like, no, let them climb. I'm like, oh,
it's a beautiful purple McLaren. I don't even remember what year it was. It was gorgeous.
Yeah, no, it's interesting.
And then we had two side by side at one point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then lots of Corvettes, lots of Camaros.
Yes, but there was a Camaro club that used to come around.
Yes, it used to come around.
So basically, this stream has evolved to the meat and fast cars stream. Sweet.
Yes, yes, but that's the best stuff to talk about.
You know,
meat and fast cars. Yes. Even I even settled for some motorbikes. If I had to go today and buy a super bike, I would buy a BMW 1000RR HP4.
There you go.
Oh, it's a beautiful motorbike. I mean, you can only go like, 85.
So Anton has always told me that this is not the place for those kinds of toys because you'll get in trouble here with those kinds of toys. Like proper trouble.
Yeah. The fastest I've been, I had a Fireblade 1000, Fireblade 1000RR. And I've been to 296 kilometers an hour. I could never get over that. That was my personal limit, was 296, because the road is too short and the speed is too high. I've been faster in my I had a basically what's that, who made the Firebird? For some reason I can't remember any names of cars today. But we have a similar. It's from Australia. The pickup. It's like a Holden Monaro, and we had the V8, and I had mine modified, and I got over 300 in that. I still remember because we have cops with laser, and I remember I had a jammer in mine installed, and I was flying. I was like around 300 kilometers an hour, which is for anybody that wants to is like 180 miles an hour. So 296 is like 176 miles an hour is the fastest I've been on my motorbike.
Pontiac is what
Pontiac, yes. Thank you, Jody. Pontiac GTO is basically, but it's the pickup version, which was never made in the US. So it's a Pontiac GTO, but it looks like not a Ford Falcon. What's the Chevy one? It's very similar to that. And I can't remember one car name today for some reason. But anyway.
It's the rain.
Yes. But so I had that modified, big wheels. I had 19-inch wheels, wider, and drop suspension, straight through exhaust. And I can't remember the horsepower. It was also somewhere around the 600 horsepower. So I was close to 300 kilometers an hour in that. And I remember my jammer, El Camino. That's it.
Or Malibu.
Yes, El Camino. So I heard the jammer go off, and I'm checking the jammer, and as it hits, the signal runs out, and I'm like at 300, which is like 180. And I'm watching this jammer, and I look up, and I can't see I can't see the cops, because if you've got a jammer and a car comes from the front and both have jammers that can catch each other, and at that section the highway was a little narrower, but it's kind of rural like this, and I just remember the jammer going off, and normally I slow down to the speed limit, and then I reset it. And then they can pick you up, because as long as it jams, as long as this thing's like beeping, they don't see you on their radar. And it's illegal to have those things in your car. So they know if they can't find you on the machine on their side, like they know you're jamming them. So it actually does like, and it goes slower and slower and slower. And when it stops at a solid beat, then they can find you. So you got to slow down
in the time
that this thing's like, So, and I was looking, and this thing's going, and I'm looking, and I can't see. So I'm like, you know what? I'm at like 300. Like, this is not going to happen. So, and I was in 6th gear, and the RPM was low enough where I could actually go to 5th. And I was sitting in 6th gear, and I was doing like 4,000 RPM. So if I go to 5th, it would go up to like 5.5. And I see this cop behind the bridge because I always fucking hide. That's we always used to say. I don't understand. You're looking for your mom because you have to stop all the cars and pull us over. You're trying to find your mom. So anyway, so the cop standing there. So there's this bridge, concrete bridge, and the camera. So this cop's hiding, and I see this cop lift its head, and like come out, and I see this cop like go right behind as I geared down, and I go to fifth, and I just put foot. So this, at 300 kilometers an hour, this, the noise a straight pipe. Well, I think I had 2 boxes in a V8 that's modified. The racket that thing puts up. So this thing just screams past this cop, and the cop just like starts hiding behind the bridge, scared it's gonna get run over. I just remember that for that day, which I will deny categorically if ever asked about it.
That day never happened. It was
Nope.
not recorded. It is not on video.
Nope.
It did not
Nope.
exist.
So yes, there's been some fun times. We've done some really stupid stuff, so I'm not going to elaborate on any of that. But yes, fun.
Did
times.
you just go down to Happyville?
Oh, that was good, man. Those were good memories. I just remember getting this thing down and just saying, you know what, now you're gonna chase me if you want to. And I just put foot and just.
Jody's laughing.
Yeah,
Jody's having a good time with that.
That was fun.
That car is a badass. Yes.
Yeah, it was fun time.
All right, we are at 9:41. By the way.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
so we haven't just minimally bypassed our time.
I guess. Well, it's raining, and
I know.
I was thinking the internet was gonna die.
I thought it was gonna die too.
Yeah. No, so
I'm shocked it hasn't died.
Now I will admit, the biggest rush is the bike, the motorbike.
Well, yeah, you're fully exposed.
Yes,
I mean,
that is a fun time, but man,
can be very short lived. So be careful.
I tell you something. That was the most fun I had, and the most nerve wracking I've been.
Right.
Yeah, I could never ride a bike. I never rode bikes. My parents didn't have money to buy me one because a lot of people at school in South Africa, they'll get a little bike. I never got that.
You're not talking bicycles. You're talking motorbikes.
Motorbike. So we'll get a little 50cc. A lot of people get them, and then if you're a little older, you get like 125cc. So I went from cannot ride a motorbike. So my very first motorbike I bought was a 1000RR, like full on, super bike. It was expensive, so I was like, all right, don't drop it. And I taught myself to ride motorbike on that motorbike, which is probably the worst idea I can, because it's very quick. It does. I think the 0 to 60 is like 2 seconds or something. It's incredibly fast. It's the top model for Hondas, the Honda 1000RR.
Yeah. That's
Honda's top model. So a lot of people see the Yamaha R1. And then the Kawasaki H something, and then my dream bike was always the BMW 1000RR, the German.
Always the German.
No.
Perry Biltong. What an interesting name.
What?
We have Perry Biltong in chat. Are you subtly telling me what I should be sending you?
No, but Nero does the names. So welcome in, Nero.
Hey, Nero. I knew who it was when I have a pinned message with the King of Biltong, but name is Perry Biltong.
Yes.
I love it.
It's a good name.
That's a very good name.
Yes. Nero complimented the Peri Dribbles. He said
I was going to say, I think Anton had mentioned that. So I'm very glad you like the Peri Dribbles. I like it too. I think that.
I don't want to put too subtle a point on it, but it's been bucketing down for 3 hours.
Yes.
So like bucketing. We've had hard rain since this morning.
Mm-hmm. Like 6.
Like
5
before 6, 5 something, yeah. So it's been a couple of hours just bucketing. This is a lot of rain.
No, we had a flash flood warning, and I see why.
Yeah, this would be flash flood.
Yeah, if I look at the puddles in our lot,
you mean the dam we have?
The dam. Do not let the kids out. The small monkey will be swimming.
Yes.
By his own choice. He really likes water.
Yes.
That kid's water obsessed. So weather like this we're gonna have to watch him for the next like 4 days.
Yes.
There will be little puddles, and he's just gonna like jump in them for days, which means clothes.
Yeah,
he doesn't
he doesn't do the foot thing. He just goes and he like plows into them and like
yes,
like,
yes,
and then he's mud, like top head to toe mud.
And he's very proud of himself.
Yes.
Water.
Yes.
Water. Yes.
Yes. So I think that's probably that.
All right.
All right.
Call it a day. Get started on
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go check
works.
the meats and stuff. I'm busy with some pie mixes next door. So
yes.
Yeah.
So as Neuro just reminded everybody, yes, this was Neuro. This was not Perry Biltong. Just double checking. Tickle that follow or that like, follow, and repost. Yes, please give us a like, follow, share,
repost. BiltonUSA.com.
Yes.
If you guys want to support us,
and if you would like a discount code, use code RRR.
Unlike other content creators that have products, we don't push it all the time.
No, there's no point.
No, if you like it, you'll buy it.
Hey, Freedom_Butterfly is lurking. She says hi and she loves y'all. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Much appreciated. We do need to.
Neuro, you got someone you want to raid?
But we're supposed to give a giveaway.
Oh yes.
So whom did I mention yesterday? Because I think I didn't sleep the day before, and then I slept last night, and I sure don't remember. It's like out of my
I don't
know.
Why did I think?
Who was it?
I don't remember.
Because it was very active, but I actually don't think I've seen them this stream.
No.
But I still think they deserve it because they were very active.
Yes.
Like every other stream this week. And I can't remember who.
All right, we'll announce it on Wednesday.
I'm sorry. I can't remember. Who did I tell you?
I can't remember.
I can't remember.
I don't listen to half the stuff you tell me.
That's true.
I only listen to the important half. The other half, I don't know. It's like she says something, I'm like, uh-huh.
No, it's better when he says that. Normally, I don't even get that. I get it. Busy.
There comes the man.
Busy mode.
All right, Nero, you wanna raid someone, dude? Pooh. Okay. Pooh.
Can I help you?
Mom. Pooh. We got a pooh.
Do you want me to check you? Yes, you definitely did this time.
Okay.
All
right, come.
Leave the stuff. Leave the
stuff.
No one.
All right. We're going to get out of here. Is Nero going to raid, or are we going to raid, or must I stay here and talk some more nonsense?
Neuro is MIA. Come. Go.
No, don't grab the cable.
Thank you.
All right, find someone. We can raid someone, and then we get out of here. We have to move along. But yes, cars. I really like pretty cars, man. That's why I don't even buy them, because I just know that is a bottomless hole for me. I would just spend all my time on cars. One day when I make a lot of money, then I can spend my time on cars. Who's live? Why did I see Bright go live, and who else is live? Who else is live? Let's see.
Can you see any of this?
I cannot.
Of course you can.
I see there's a bunch of live.
There are, but I sure don't know everybody.
Was there any suggestions in chat?
Good question. Go for it, Neuro.
Yeah, if Neuro's got someone, hit it.
Neuro, take us with you, please.
All right, we will see you guys on either Tuesday or Wednesday. Not Tuesday. It'll be Wednesday. We will see you Wednesday. We'll do another stream, talk some more nonsense. This is actually fun. I like it.
Yes.
This is becoming a habit now. I'm actually sitting and talking instead of making stuff.
You relaxing a little bit?
Apparently.
Okay, well, good. Lemon, I'm gonna do exactly what you said. I will rewatch my stream. I'm gonna figure it out. And it's someone that we know so well, so I feel so silly. I cannot remember. I honestly finally slept last night, and it's been a few nights.
Yeah, I told Nicole I'm getting up early, and I woke up at 5:28, and I'm like, wow. Like I normally wake up at like 1, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30. And I died last night, and I
we
like
were both tired.
yes,
It was
but like
hard.
10
Yes.
last night.
Yes.
Fell over, and I woke up for the first time at 28 minutes past 5 this morning, and I was like, Dad, I don't remember the last time that happened.
All right, I gotta go help the young man